gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this 10 days international training come workshop on advances and innovation in veterinary science for viable livestock practices. This international training program is being organized by College of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Jalukie, Nagaland, under the esteemed Central Agriculture University, Imphal, in collaboration with Agriculture Forum for Technological Education of Farming Society and Vital Biotech Education Group. This program is being conducted under the visionary leadership of our patron, Dr. Anupam Vishra, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central Agriculture University, Imphal, Chief Patron, Professor Indra, Director of Instruction, CAU Imphal, Chairperson Professor Lalita, Director of Research, CAU Imphal, Convener I. Shakuntala, Dean, College of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Dr. Amrit Gogoi, Convener, and Dr. Dinesh Kumar, Course Coordinator, and Dr. Jitendra Mehta, President AFTFES, along with the dedicated efforts of organizing committee and faculty members of College of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Jalukie. This 10 days international training come workshop from 16 March to 25th March 2026 is being conducted on the online platform Zoom, bringing together experts and participants to share their knowledge and innovation in veterinary science and livestock practices. So, moving forward, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Raghuveer Singh. Dr. Raghuveer Singh is an assistant professor in Department of Veterinary Public Health and Epidemiology at College of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Jalukie, Nagaland, under the Central Agriculture University, Imphal. He holds graduation from SCOST, Jammu, and masters in Veterinary and Public Health from All India Institute of Hygiene and Public Health, Kolkata, and a PhD in Veterinary and Public Health Epidemiology from SCOST, Jammu. His area of specialization include zoonotic disease, antimicrobial resistance, food safety, hygiene, One Health approach, and epidemiology and public health surveillance. He is actively involved and focused on zoonosis, AMR, and One Health framework in Northeast India. Dr. Singh has served principal investigator and coordinator of multiple One Health and ICMR funded projects and conducted many surveillance on zoonotic pathogens in border districts and undertaken studies on meat hygiene, food infectious disease. He has authored and co-authored of many research papers, book chapters, and policy documents. He is also served as principal investigator of many research projects. Sir, we humbly request you to kindly address the audience and share your valuable insights with us.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you for the nice introduction. My name is Dr. Raghuveer Singh, and as ma'am has already introduced myself, I am assistant professor in College of Veterinary Science, Jalukie, Nagaland. And today my topic is for presentation is emerging and re-emerging zoonotic diseases in livestock and One Health approach. This is, and in summarize, we can say it is zoonosis of public health importance, because zoonosis is what? It is those diseases which are transferred between vertebrate animals and human beings. Recently, we have seen a pandemic, corona. So from corona, it is assumed that it came from bats. So bats is a vertebrate. So from those vertebrate animals, if diseases are transferred to human beings, so that is known as zoonosis. So we have all over India these zoonotic diseases are emerging and re-emerging. We will see in further our slides what is emerging zoonosis diseases, what are re-emerging zoonotic diseases. And these days, our Honorable Prime Minister vision is also to control zoonotic diseases by One Health approach. Now, One Health means it is a collaboration between human science, human that medical science, veterinary science, and environmental science all together. So, with that, we can control the zoonotic diseases. Now, why it is important, zoonotic disease? Now, as we see from the slide, that 60% of existing human infectious diseases are zoonotic. So, means if 100 diseases are there, infectious diseases. Out of that, 60 diseases are zoonotic in nature. And the emerging diseases, let us suppose 100 diseases are emerging, means newly coming up. For example, corona also, it is an emerging disease, which is, so out of 100 emerging diseases, 75% of emerging infectious diseases are zoonotic, of animal origin. And here, at least in human beings, almost 1475 pathogens are evolving. So out of 1475, 868, that 868 animal, they are of animal origin. And out of that, 385 viruses are of animal origin. So we can see the animals are becoming so prone to diseases, and they are transferring diseases to human beings also. Now, when we talk about animals, animals include livestock. Live means those stock, means they are living, and we are keeping them in our backyard or in our farms. So not only those animals, but all vertebrate animals, like in wildlife also. Bats, they are in wildlife. Rats. So these kind of diseases, these all animals, they are spilling. They are also suffering, but they are also spilling their infectious diseases to human beings. Next, please. So now we can see the how these diseases come up to human beings. So mainly the diseases occurs, they were in the wild only. It is not like diseases were not there before. Diseases were there, but because of increase in human population, because of travel, because of climate change, which causes increase in vector population, the diseases are occurring from wild animals, then it is spilling to our domesticated animals, and from domesticated animals it is coming to human beings. So this is how pathogens move from wildlife to humans. For example, Ebola disease was reported from bats first, but it was there in the sylvatic cycle, in the jungle itself. But what happened? The people started moving to jungle, and from there they were getting the disease, and then from human to human, from any wild animals to human, or animals, then animals to humans, and humans to human transmission is there. So like that, the diseases are occurring in human beings. Next, please. So next, please, sir. Then we can see the recently some epidemics and public health important emerging infectious diseases in our current millennium till date, which includes Nipah virus. And recently also we have heard the news about occurrence of Nipah in Calcutta. Then severe, those who are of like in 40s or above that, they must be knowing about SARS also, severe acute respiratory syndrome. It was also supposed to came from civet cats. Then bird flu, the H5N1, then flu H1N1, that swine flu. Then recently from Saudi Arabia and other Middle Eastern countries, Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome, coronavirus. Then Ebola virus, polio virus, Zika virus, Nipah in Kerala also, it's occurring. Then COVID-19 we have seen. Then recently we saw that after COVID-19 we have saw about the monkeypox also. So such diseases are coming up. It is not like these diseases were in the sylvatic cycle, but since we are encroaching the wildlife, the wild areas, the wildlife part, the forest part, so these diseases are coming to us. So we can see how from 2000 to 2022 these diseases are occurring. So it is, so that is why One Health is important, because we have to control these diseases, and it is not only the owners of medical department, they alone cannot do. And we have that COVID-19 has taught us that it is collaborative approach. We can screen animals, we can screen human beings before the pandemic happen or epidemic happen or any outbreak happen. So this is the way. Next, please. Then, so in India, the mainly zoonotic diseases which are emerging and re-emerging, which are occurring in livestock and which are occurring from livestock to human beings, it includes now. Before going to, so those who are not from veterinary background or medical background, I will just go into what are endemic diseases, what are re-emerging diseases, and what are emerging diseases. Endemic diseases means like those diseases which are present in particular places. So every year They will be cases, but it won't increase. It won't jump to like higher reasons. For example, Kesanur forest disease that occurs in Shimoga district before. So Shimoga district is endemic for this disease. But if this disease will increase its geographical area, if it reaches to Madhya Pradesh, if it reaches to Kerala, if it reaches to Jammu Kashmir, if it reaches to Punjab, then it will not remain endemic. It will become epidemic. And like that, endemic means they are confined. Like Chennai, they have leptospirosis. Cases are occurring every year. So that areas are endemic for those diseases. And re-emerging diseases. Re-emerging means two words are there. One is re, another is emerging. Re means these diseases were happening in the past, but because of the prevention and control measures. So prevention and control measures are established by the policies of government, and this due to these policies we are able to suppress the diseases. So when we suppress the diseases, it won't affect for maybe 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. But again, if we become little bit less responsive, little bit we keep some space for those diseases to occur again, so that diseases become re-emerging. For example, Japanese encephalitis, plague. So plague also, if we have seen the COVID-19, but during that 1918, 1914, 1918, that plague pandemic was there. So leptospirosis. So plague also we have seen in 1992 in Surat. So these cases are happening. So it is not like plague is not there. Even in Pangi district in Himachal, 1, 2 spready cases are there in of plague. So plague is there. So it is emerging, re-emerge means it was there from the past. We able to control it, but still cases are coming up. So it is a re-emerging disease. Then leptospirosis, scrub typhus. This Himalayan belt, if we see from Jammu Kashmir, Himachal, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, then coming to northeast, all these areas are nothing but a Himalayan belt. So this Himalayan belt is suffering from this scrub typhus. These cases are coming up in Himachal also. Cases are coming up in Jammu Kashmir also. Cases are coming in Mizoram also. Cases are there in Nagaland also. So these diseases, sometimes it suppress, but again it comes out. So this is a re-emerging disease. Melidiosis, it is caused by Burkholderia malayi. This is a kind of neglected disease. This bacteria is present in the soil. So many of us may not be heard about this disease also. But we have Melidiosis society in India. This disease is of very concern. And those for surgical people, this is like for the orthopedics people, means these diseases really causing worry in India. Then Casanur forest disease. So these are re-emerging. Emerging means they are new coming up, or they were at small cases but they increase the host. Maybe they were in rats but they jump to human beings, so they increase the host area. They increase the geographical area. Maybe they were confined to in Japan itself, but they came to India also. So like that, new diseases which are coming up, that is emerging diseases. It includes avian influenza, Nipah virus, swine flu, Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever. Now, Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever, it was in the Europe, in the like Balkan areas. From there, it came to uh, it came to Pakistan. From there, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, and then it came from Pakistan to it came to India also. And now it is every year it is causing diseases in Gujarat belt, even Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. So these are emerging diseases. They're increasing the geographical area. Then Zika virus we have seen in Brazil. Then SARS-CoV-2, Mpox. So these diseases, how we categorize them: endemic, re-emerging, and emerging diseases. So these diseases are infecting livestock, our livestock, like Nipah virus in 1999. In Nipah is a place name of a village in Malaysia. So there it occurs in from bats it came to pigs, and from pigs it came to human beings, and from human beings to human also transmission was there, and from those who were butchering those pigs in Singapore, they also got the disease. So it is not Nipah is occurring only in Kerala and in Calcutta. So this disease is causing in Bangladesh also. So like that, These diseases are there in India, and only the one health approach. This can, like veterinary people also play their part, environment wildlife people also play their part. Only medical people cannot control these diseases. So because their treatment part, we have 140 billion population. So for that 140 billion population, we don't have sufficient doctors if these diseases cause become pandemic, epidemic, or pandemic like that. Next, please. So these are endemic, emerging, and re-emerging diseases. Now, if we see the next, please, sir. Zoonotic disease outbreaks reported under integrated disease surveillance program. So we have uh, policies there at national level by government of India, and it is run by National Center for Disease Control. So we have infection that integrated disease surveillance program. So here they have shown how many percentage of cases are occurring from 2009 to 2023. So we have outbreak of anthrax in India. We have brucellosis. Brucellosis is a
Sir, I think your voice is not audible to us.
जी आई थिंक हाँ वॉइस नहीं आ रही
हाँ जी सर, मुझे भी नहीं आ रही है, तो
टेस्ट
स्लाइड तो
करें
एक पे।
हाँ अनम्यूट किया है। रघुवीर सर एक पोस्ट में
सर
सर
वो
ना
कनेक्टेड तो है, उनका म्यूट है। रघुवीर सर का म्यूट हो है सर फिलहाल।
उनका वॉइस शो ही नहीं हो रहा है।
सर वो
माइक
म्यूट है
माइक
ना।
माइक शो नहीं हो रहा उनका।
मेरे में अभी अनम्यूट है। गुड इवनिंग सर, एम आई ऑडिबल टू यू? रघुवीर सर अभी माइक तो शो हो रहा सर, शायद उन तक हमारी आवाज नहीं जा रही है। आई थिंक देयर इज सम नेटवर्क रिलेटेड इशू,
आगे
पार्टिसिपेंट्स
आगे
आर
माइक
रिक्वेस्टेड टू प्लीज वेट।
माइक रघुवीर सर ऑडिबल।
नो सर, I think he has some network issues, so
मे बी
I think we need to wait for a while.
हेलो
हेलो सर। सर उनका शरीर में सब कुछ ठीक दिखाई दे रहा है, लेकिन उनको कारण की दिक्कत तो माइक मीटिंग में सर मेरा माइक
I think sir there is some technical issue. He need to log out because I think there is some echo sound. So he can
नो
reconnect.
इट विल बी डन नो नो इशू
Yes
ही
sir, yes sir.
जॉइंड अगेन सम अनदर सिस्टम
Ma'am,
यस
am I audible?
Yes sir, you are clearly
ऑडिबल
audible.
ऑडिबल
Oh, okay, then I will. I have joined from my mobile. I will take.
हाँ
Yes sure, sure,
नो
sure. You
प्रॉब्लम
can
सर
continue.
कंटिन्यू
Okay. So I was talking about the outbreaks of zoonotic diseases reported from 2009 to 23. So here we can see that in northern region from Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana, so zoonotic diseases or outbreaks are occurring in human beings. And from Assam, it is more. Now, why from Assam the occurrence of diseases is more? Now, Japanese encephalitis, because here the forest cover is more, then biodiversity is more, then waterlogging is more. So here vector population is more. So because of that, Japanese encephalitis is increasing in that area. Now what we have seen, now Japanese encephalitis is not like it is there in India before. It came from Japan. So from Japan, then it came to Oriental countries. Then from Oriental countries, it came to India. And from now we have seen Japanese encephalitis before, like 10, 15 years back.
only heard like it is causing problem AES in case of children in Assam or Bengal, but now it has moved to Delhi also. So these like dengue also, we have seen it is mainly in the Bengal region. Now it is coming to Delhi also. It has reached to Jammu Kashmir also. So like that, zoonotic diseases, because of climate change, because of behavior of people, they are moving from one place to another. So this is causing the zoonotic diseases, and most of the part of the country, they are suffering from one zoonotic disease to another. Now this Japanese encephalitis, if you see these pigs, they are the amplifying host. They are themselves are sufferers, but in them the virulence of virus it increases. And these mosquitoes, like it is known as Culex vishnoi, that mosquito when it bites the pig, from there it will take the virus, and again it will bite the human being, it will transfer the virus to human beings. So like that, livestock, that is why this topic we have taken, like livestock are also source of these zoonotic diseases, and we can only uh, plan or only control these zoonotic diseases through one health approach. We will see in next in other slides like how we can control by one health. And next please. Now, see, endemic zoonosis outbreaks reported by Integrated Disease Surveillance Program from 2009 to 23. Scrub typhus also. So, scrub typhus, there are outbreaks reported from 23 states across the country. We can see now scrub typhus is nothing but a zoonotic disease. Though it may not infecting livestock that much, it comes from mainly the rats in the wild cycle. And we can see the mite. This mite is its larval stage, which is known as sugar. They used to feed on human blood. Mainly they feed on the wild, like rabbits or rats. So cycle was Sylvatic cycle in the jungle itself, but now human are encroaching that places. Human is going for recreation in jungle. So there, these sugar mites, they are attaching to the leaves of plants or trees, and they bite human beings. And in 23 states, this sugar mite is there, and this is causing diseases in human beings. Now we have seen these scrub typhus cases in Delhi also. There no jungle is there, but still there also mite is present somewhere. How that mite came? So that is a question. But outbreak is happening. So north region, Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh, they are diseases is there. Northeastern Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, West Bengal, then Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Puducherry, Tamil Nadu, scrub typhus is there. Then anthrax is mainly confined to eastern and southern region. So anthrax is also is causing diseases in Odisha also, and in eastern parts in Kazira also. These animals are dying of to rhino every year of anthrax. So these are nothing but zoonotic diseases. So these we have to protect, and protection is only through one health approach. Then leptospirosis also, it is occurring in southern parts of the country. Next, please. So this is the data about a National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. I'll not go in detail, but NVVDCP is also a government of initiative which is known as National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. Vectors are nothing but those invertebrates which like vectors which transmitted diseases like ticks, mites, mosquitoes. So here we can see dengue cases mainly everywhere in all the parts of the country. It is causing cases, and this is because of vector-borne vectors. And vectors are mainly increasing because of climate change, because human is causing so much pollution. Or dengue is mainly a clean water. So we have in monsoon season so many stuffs where water logging is there, clean water, and there it proliferates the dengue virus. So these some diseases are occurring. Then we can have this acute encephalitis syndrome or Japanese encephalitis. So here also cases are there in India. Then we have, so these are some outlook of zoonotic diseases in India. All states eastern, western, southern, northern, everywhere zoonotic diseases are there. So that is why we have taken this topic to educate masses about the zoonotic diseases. Now coming to emerging and re-emerging diseases in livestock and how they transmitted to human beings. Now emerging and re-emerging, I have already told. So emerging diseases means you have to increase their geographical area also, or the diseases which were previously in animals, but they have causes disease in some other host also. So those are emerging diseases. So for example, first one is re-emerging disease is plague. So we have seen in 1994 in Surat, what was the condition? How the trains from roof to inside, how they were complete full, and Surat, this city was this one. People were leaving that city because of the disease, and this disease is nothing but a zoonotic disease. And rats, they themselves are suffering. It is not like rat is causing the disease. Rats themselves are like whatever disease is there, which will be caused by bacteria, virus, fungus, or rickettsia, or parasites. They are the opportunistic which wants to enter the host and use their machinery, and they proliferates. And so it is not the human beings they are suffering. Animals also suffering from plague. Rats also suffering. So rats, then it was, if rats are suffering, then they have, if they have weak immune system, then vectors like flea, they are feeding on them. So they catch the bacteria and then they will bite human beings. So there is a chain, there is a transmission cycle. So that we cause as natural course of disease. So natural course of disease, there is in epidemiology, we say one triad is there, which has agent, host, and environment. These three things, along with time, these four things mash together and it causes diseases. We must have seen in Corona that sometimes some people were saying it may go in summer season, but it was still existing. Some said it may go in winter season, but it was still existing. So Corona was an emerging disease. We were not knowing what exactly is happening, whether it will go in winter, summer, or not. But some diseases, their natural course of history, we know. So we can tell in this season, this disease will increase. For example, in livestock, we say mainly FMD occurs in winter season. Hemorrhagic septicemia, it occurs in, though the hemorrhagic septicemia is not zoonotic, but this occur in monsoon season. So like that, course of disease is there. Then coming to plague, then this flea, they bite the rats, and from rats, they catch the Yersinia pestis, and then they bite the human beings, and then the disease will enter the human body. And we have seen 1994, the 876 cases were there, 54 deaths were there, and how much havoc was there. And whenever this disease comes, the main thing is whatever country, whatever their human resource or whosoever is working, it is for money. Because money only making us working, and it is running country and whole world. So there was a economic loss of $1.7 billion. That is why diseases are important. If people will suffer, then who will work for the country? This is known as man days lost. So dailies is also, this terminology is there in our community medicine or epidemiology. So panic and chaos will happen. Inadequate and delayed response due to deficiency of laboratory support was there at that time, poor coordination and management. But after COVID-19, it has taught so many things. Now, National Center for Disease Control, they have Sentinel surveillance site where they are asking Sentinel surveillance sites to voluntarily go for surveillance of diseases. You test passive surveillance, you keep on doing. Some in clinics, if some livestock blood is coming, or in humans, if some disease people are coming, you check their blood samples whether any disease is present or not. So many things have changed with that. Then plague is of two types, which is bubonic plague and pneumonic plague. Bubonic means your lymph nodes, they will get swell. And in pneumonic, that you will inhale and it will cause a problem in lungs. So when lungs are, in Corona also, lungs were the organs which were infecting. So here transmission is easy from one person to another. So outbreak in 2002 also, like Hatkoti village in Himachal Pradesh, pneumonic plague was there. Then Dangad village in Uttarakhand, bubonic plague was there. So that is why it is a re-emerging disease. We have prevention and control measures. Like we should not uh, let rats population to proliferate. We will not let flea to infect human beings. But still cases are occurring. So that is a re-emerging disease. Then we can do lab diagnosis. I will not go in detail with the lab diagnosis. This is we can do through animal inoculation, antibody detection, or PCR, DNA, molecular ways. So this we can do. So what lesson we learn from such diseases? That disease can reemerge anytime. Any disease can reemerge. And standard case definition, availability of guidelines we have to formulate. Now COVID-19, now we have their about agent. We know you have seen, like initially it was one strain, then people were keep on telling other strains. So nowadays also some strain is maybe circulating. So like that, we should know the about the this one agents, about the host who are getting infected, and about the conditions also, how it is occurring. Then by that way we can manage and treat the disease. So in plague we have seen that appropriate control measures for rodent control and vector control, it causes a decrease in the diseases. Then comes SARS. It was the first emerging infectious disease of the 21st century. If some of us, if you remember about SARS, like if you, some of us remember, like in 2002, how in China initially the index case was I think a small girl was there, and when she went to one doctor, and there the doctor also died of these diseases, but he told something extraordinary is there in the lungs. It is a severe acute respiratory syndrome. And when at the end the correlation was made, it was because of civet cats. So they said from the vet markets the infection was taken by that girl, and that was the index case, and then it went to doctor and like that. But at that time they were able to control it. But in case of corona, it was not possible, and people were traveling after getting, and maybe some other factors. So no infectious disease has spread so fast as far as SARS did in 2003. SARS cases occur from 19 February to 5 July. It is not that SARS was only in the China, but some people were traveling, so cases were reported from Canada also, 243, USA also, Colombia also, Brazil also. So, but at that time, the disease was able to, we were able to control the disease. But this was the first emerging disease of 21st century. Then in SARS in India, we were not having any case, but this slide I will courtesy to Dr. Mala of NCDC. Madam was telling like that during SARS outbreak in China, that she was working in NCDC, and government told her to be to go for, like, one cases was there somewhere, and she went there, and she noticed that it was a first suspected case on 17th March 2003, and then other cases were coming up, but at the end it was not SARS, and they were discharged and on 6th June 2003. Then action taken during that time. SARS came into the notice of Government of India on 17th March 2003. So they, WHO recommended case definition and guidelines sent to all concerned departments during that time on 18th March. Control rooms, we can see control rooms in Directorate General of Health Services and National Institute of Communicable Diseases, NICED, NICD. It was before NICD. So their control rooms were set up. We may not be knowing, because at that time the communication, the information was not transferred that much. But at that time also, so much prompt actions were taken in the country. Then NIC designated as nodal agency to investigate the outbreak. Intersectoral meetings, center stage joint action committee was there. Technical guidelines were made available on the website of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Case management facilities, infection control measures, personal protective equipment, everything was made ready. So after that only we have BSL-3 facilities also came up. We have for livestock also in Bhagpat. Then in NIV also we set up. Then high security animal disease laboratory in Bhopal also it was set up. So laboratory investigation from 5 national laboratories, strengthening was there, capacity building was there. Their information, education, communication, mass awareness program started. So like that actions were taken. though it may not come to notice of the most of the citizens of the country, but at the time also the appropriate and timely measures were taken so that the outbreak should not reach to SARS. But this unluckily, I don't know, but not happened in corona cases. It went to all over the world, and we know the situation how it affected the whole world. Then even flu in that also that disease occurs, and it causes problem in poultry industries. And why we are worried about this disease, that if such disease like corona, it will change its genetic makeup, then it can also become a pandemic. Now, in avian influenza, there are two ways. One is genetic assortment, and it is genetic shift and drift. So by that, it is possible that it may change its genetic makeup and it can become like corona pandemic. So that is why whole world is concerned about avian influenza. Recently in Sikkim also, the cases of avian influenza was there. So in India, sporadic cases used to happen, but because of Department of Husbandry, Dairy and Fish, DADF, Ministry of Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries, we were able to communicate. And and one thing I want to say here, like we may not see what is happening in the country, but for these diseases, all departments will become very active, and all this information is shared. Like when avian influenza is there, we share this information to OIE, so that because all countries are linked together one to another in case of exporting livestock. So you must be like know about like how much we generate income from the livestock sector, how much we are contributing to GDP. So if these diseases will happen in our life of poultry and livestock, then our farmers and whole India income, how much it will decrease. So we share, being a signatory of World Trade Organization, we share this information at world level. But these diseases also has the potential to become a pandemic. Then here also we have to take some proper actions so
Good
that
evening,
these
sir.
diseases.
Excuse me,
Yes,
may I
ma'am.
interrupt? Sir, which slide we need to move? I think this is on plague.
Oh, ma'am, next day. This is avian influenza is
I
like
think.
actually
Okay,
I have
sir.
my own slides also in front of
Eh,
me.
Oh, yeah, sure. Because
I am
there
thinking
is some queries,
and
so
I'm
I was. Now it's
actually
okay.
I'm not looking at the movie. Yes, ma'am. Next, please.
Yeah,
Next,
sir.
please.
Sir, please see. I request you to kindly inform the sir so that he can move the slide. Next,
Yeah. Next, please.
you
Next,
can
please.
say next, so he'll move the slide
Yeah, actually,
so
I'm
that
not looking at
both
it.
will be coordinated in the same way.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, that was about SARS. Next, please.
Oh yeah, sure.
The next,
Thank you so much, sir.
next, please. So this was about avian influenza. I was talking about avian influenza. Next, please.
Yes.
So here we can see the avian flu from February 2006 to March 2021. So we have seen like in 2006 Maharashtra, Gujarat, MP, these cases were there. 2007 Manipur, 2008 West Bengal, Tripura, Assam. Then 2012 Bihar, Maharashtra. Then 2018 Odisha, UP, Bihar. 2019 and recently in Sikkim also, they also reported cases of avian influenza. So we should be particular about such diseases. Next, please. So here we have to take actions like intersectoral coordination is necessary. From the veterinary side, we have to go for culling of birds so that the disease won't spread to farmers, and from farmers to human transmission is not there. If some of we know that recently in USA these cases from poultry, even influenza, it was seen in cattle also, and from cattle it comes to in milk also this virus. So like that, we have to keep on looking for these zoonotic diseases. We have to suspect in and only one health approach again. And one health approach doesn't mean that veterinary will play its part in independent manner, medical independent. The data sharing should be there. The communication should be there. So next, please. Next, yes, sir. So here we have seen during that time in avian influenza in particular places there was a constant monitoring. So and confirmation of laboratory diagnosis was there in poultry from the BSL-4 lab if in high security animal disease laboratory. Their coordination and networking was there, and contingency plan they make. So outbreaks in poultry are being contained with 3 human cases. Like during that time, human cases are also there, but they also contain. So this avian influenza is also having potential. This is also a poultry. Poultry that stock uh, is is linked with the economy of the country. So we have to take care, and this avian influenza can jump from poultry to human beings. Next, please. So this is the again. This picture is from the Mala madam. Like madam was telling in 2011, some in Jharkhand, the crow was dying. And again, NICD, that NCDC, madam was working there, and it was informed that the crow was dying there. And madam went there, and she found like that H5N1 is there. Next, please. So, next, please. Next. So, so there was H5N1 there in these crows. So a large number of crow mortality near the Jubilee Park in Jamshedpur, and these tissues of 4 dead crows were referred to West Nile wild diagnosis, but tested with high pathogenic avian influenza H5N1, and this partial sequence confirmed it H5N1, that hemagglutinin, that HA, that antigen is there. Then virus isolation become positive. So means in wildlife, that is why I'm talking about the intersectoral coordination. Now the question is here is, if crows are dying, then if you will tell to a veterinarian that crows are dying and go and diagnose, why he will go? Why a veterinarian will go? He will tell this is not my domain. And this if you tell medical people that crows are dying, they will tell we are for human people. Then here wildlife people also play a role. It is under the purview of a wildlife people. So they should approach veterinarian. They should approach animal husbandry department. So our crows such are dying because they are not domesticated animals. They are not livestock. But this way, that is why One Health approach is essential. With this example, just to quote like One Health approach, the coordination is essential. Next, please. The Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever. Now, this disease also we must have seen. Though here Crimea is in Europe, and Congo we know it is in Africa, but Congo is a place in Balkans also. So there the first hemorrhagic fever was there, and it is also caused by ticks, and it came from livestock. Mainly the animals, they are suffering, and ticks, they get the virus, and when they bite the human beings, they also get the disease. And from there, you see, first identified during the nosocomial outbreak in Ahmedabad, means here in India it reaches around 2011, but this disease was there in Balkans, and it came from that side to India and through Pakistan, and mainly the bordering Pakistan like Rajasthan, Gujarat, there it is causing the disease, and recently it shifted to Madhya Pradesh also. So the state has experienced multiple outbreaks almost every year, Gujarat, and from 2011 to 23, a total of 138 CCHF cases have been seen. And why these diseases are like we have to think about such diseases, because if they infect the human beings, then human to human transmission is possible. So for those zoonotic diseases where human to human transmission is possible, so that we have to worry, because we have seen in corona, then we have to make a link who has came across with the index cases or other cases, so like that. So this was reported in 15 districts of Gujarat, Ahmedabad, and in 2014 the disease was first reported outside Gujarat in Rajasthan, 2016 in UP, 2018 in Kerala. So we can see most of these they went for checking the seropositivity in animals, and anti-CCHF IgG positivity of livestock animals in different districts of Gujarat. So all red is they were animals who were positive. Positive doesn't mean they were diseased. Positive means they have come across this disease, IgG. The IgM is the latest one, the antibody. It means infection within days only. But IgG means they have virus has entered their body, and they have fight fought it, and they have developed this antibody. But see, if we see seropositivity means the agent is there. That we have to see. Next, please. Then again, we can go for lab diagnosis, and we can make the relationship. Next, please. Next, please. This is the lineages. So how different viruses we can. Next, please. Next. So like that, it was CCHF, and we have now we'll come across the Nipah virus infection or the Hendra virus. Now, this virus is also of concern. So if some of us like reading newspaper recently in Calcutta, like how much hue and cry was there, even 1-2 cases were there, and I heard I read like one patient died also, and they were tracing the contacts also, because person to person transmission is possible in such diseases. And Nipah, as I told you previously, also this was a place in Malaysia. It was a village where the first disease was occurred. And what was the reason? That story I want to tell. What happened? That part of the Oriental countries is mainly the pork eating countries. So what happened? The demand of pork is more, but places for keeping pigs is less. So what they did? They cut the jungle and they put sties there, and they put all the pigs husbandry they were practicing there, and nearby that village only, that jungle only, where they remove all the trees, some caves were there where bats were living. And what they did, they planted palm trees there, and palm trees fruit was there, so bats used to come and eat palm tree palm fruit, and half eaten fruit they will put on the ground, and pigs, the sties were there, they will let loose and pigs go and eat that. And those pigs, they were when they fattened up, they were sent to Singapore also. And those farmers who were working in that farm, they also got the disease. And the Singapore butchers, those who slaughtered those animals, and they also got the disease. Like that disease spread, Nipah virus. And nowadays we can see Nipah outbreaks occurs in India also. Before it was in Malaysia, Singapore, confined to that places. But now it has came to, and Bangladesh, the main reason is sap. So they collect from palm the sap. Fruit bats comes, then they dip in that drink with their saliva, also putting in that sap, and from that they are getting the disease. So these diseases also is zoonotic. Bats are involved means zoonotic. So it is our collaborative approach. So we should screen bats also for presence of diseases. So like that, diseases occur in Siliguri in 2001, Nagaland 2003, Meherpur. So diseases there in India also. Next, please. So Nipah is the story I have told already, how this diseases occur in Malaysia and how these abattoir workers. Next, please. Now we can see. So these are the Pteropus giganteus. There are more than 20,000 species of bats. So it is not like only one species is there of bats. So these some fruit bats, Pteropus species, they are the mainly harboring. Now one question is there: if bats are suffering, like let us suppose these bats we screen, and they have the virus, so many virus, coronavirus, that virus is there inside their body, but they themselves don't get infected, and they are causing disease in human beings, and human beings getting infected. I'll not give the answer of this question, because we are this I used to tell my students, because they are the veterinary, studying veterinary, but we'll see like why they are themselves are not getting the disease, but they are transferring disease to human beings. So next, please. So these are like about the different chronology, how the disease is happening, 2001, 7, 18, even 26, this disease is happening. Next, please. Next, please. So Nipah virus in Kerala. Kerala also cases used to come, but they have now a very good approach in controlling this disease. So among that, mass awareness is very important. And here the One Health approach really works in Kerala. Wildlife is playing their part, medical is playing their part, veterinary is playing their part, and they develop the diagnosis. See, I am talking about these diseases, but without diagnosis, without strengthening diagnosis, it is not easy to control zoonotic diseases. So we have to go for, we have to go take more steps towards strengthening our diagnostic facilities. So if diagnostic facilities are not good, I may tell zoonotic disease is happening with vector, with from these wildlife, but what we can do, we can diagnose it at the right time. So that way we can control. Next, please. So this is how Nipah virus is transmitted to human beings. This picture is from pigs or through bats, their urine, blood, saliva, it is there, contaminated fruit. Then next, please. Then comes the Casanur forest disease. Now, Casanur forest disease is recently, yesterday only, I got the news like we have developed vaccine. ICMR is going for phase 1 trial in human beings for this vaccine also. So this disease is also causing problem in human beings, mainly in the Shimoga district of Karnataka before, and it is also transmitted through ticks. And people were going in the jungle, and mainly the sylvatic cycle was between the monkeys and the ticks. But people are going to collect wood, and they are not taking proper precautions, and they were getting the disease. It is caused by a virus, and that area, Karnataka area, is endemic for this disease. I'll not go in detail. So next is Ebola. Next, please. So Ebola, our audience, I don't know what they think. It has potential to come to India or not. It's just a matter of time. One day you will see this disease in India also. So presently it is causing problem in African continent. This disease is a very deadly disease. The World Health Organization is taking all precautions to protect public of Cairo, Congo, but Sudan, but this disease is occurring every year there. So Ebola is mainly human to human transmission is possible. So we have to protect from these diseases. So index case, this also disease came from bats. That in the index case is like in some trees, bats were living, and one boy went there and sat under that tree and it eaten some fruit. From there it came, and then it came to his family. Like that, first index cases were there. So in late 2013, an outbreak began in Guinea and spread to neighboring countries. So every year in African continent used to suffer with Ebola. So this is a zoonotic disease. I will not tell from the livestock, but it's an emerging disease in African continent presently. But it's a matter of time. We may see this disease after 10 years, 15 years, or maybe after 5 years in India also. So we have to strengthen our diagnostic facility. We have to strengthen our labs. Then next, please. Next, please. Next, please. Ebola. Yes. Next, please. This is about Ebola. So why West African outbreak is a concern? Because in 2014 outbreak is the largest one affecting multiple countries. Like limited in African continent, there's a limited infrastructure, less diagnostic facility. So only World Health Organization is providing. But mass awareness has causes increase in those countries where it is causing problem. So now WHO is able to control this disease when this happens. Next, please. So I'll not go in detail about action taken in India. So we have to protect ourselves, strengthen our facilities. Next, please. I think we'll directly go to next, please. Next, about Marburg. Next, please. Next. Next. Next, please. Yes, Marburg. So Marburg is also a disease which was originated in monkeys, and these laboratory people who are working with these African green monkeys, they got the disease in Marburg in Germany, and this disease is also zoonotic in nature, and it has also a potential of pandemic. So recently, this disease is not there in India, but we have to protect ourselves. Next, please. Then come to COVID-19. We all know about COVID-19, how it started in 2020, a year without precedent. So it has taught us a lot. We have strengthened our health infrastructure. We have come to our One Health approach. We have intersectoral coordination. Recently, I attended one health conclave in Delhi, where our respected PSA, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, so sir is very particular about One Health. So One Health people from like almost 19 departments at the center level, they are coordinating. So it is not like only medical, veterinary, or wildlife people only. So NDRF, SDRF, then Navy, Army, Air Force, everyone was there. The drone technology is there to transport vaccines. Means all coordination is necessary. One Health. So COVID-19 has taught us. We know, everyone of us know about how important these diseases are. Then Mpox, that before it was known as monkeypox. Next, please. Mpox. So this is a orthopox virus genus, which includes variola virus, smallpox, and cowpox virus. This is also causing disease. It's of concern. And next, please, Zika virus also. Zika virus, these are mainly vector-borne diseases. So these are not infecting livestock, but these are of concern. These diseases. And next, please. And next, please. Next. We'll come to next, please. West Nile virus. Next, please. Next. This is Zika viral disease. Yeah. Next. West Nile virus. Yes. So West Nile virus is also important. Is zoonotic flavivirus with global distribution. Here also, if we see the picture, mainly the reservoir hosts are the birds. So this here we have to screen the birds also. Wild bird also we have to screen whether disease is present or not. And vectors plays an important role. And this virus causes diseases in case of human beings and in not in livestock, but in case of equines also. Now, why equines are important? Now, our army is also having equines. So that horses cost like 1 crore, 2 crore. So this we have to protect such animals also in our country. So next, please. This disease is also there in India. So we have to strengthen. Then we must have heard about Chandipura virus also. Recently, the outbreak was there in Maharashtra. So this is also a re-emerging viral pathogen. Before this disease was controlled, but this causes acute encephalitis syndrome in the country. So these outbreaks usually happen Maharashtra, Gujarat. So this is also a disease of concern. And next, please. So other than emerging and re-emerging diseases in livestock, why I have told these diseases like West Nile virus, then Ebola, Marburg, MERS, SARS-CoV-2, because they are concerned for India for the future. It is a matter of time only. They are reported in our neighboring countries, or evidence is there of Ebola virus in bats in Bangladesh. I don't know how many of we know, but during COVID time, some study was published from Nagaland also in a Mimi village, and there they reported about the Ebola type, this type, this COVID type, such antibodies from the people. So this is of the concern. Like if antibodies is there, means the agent has entered the body of human beings. So we have to be concerned about that. Next, please. So next, please. Next. Yeah, One Health approach. Now these diseases are occurring, and now what is One Health approach? It is nothing but concept to recognize interrelationship between animal, human, and environmental health. So we have to take care about animal diseases, human disease, environment. So these all together domains, they meet as in the One Health. Next, please. So just few minutes only, I'll be finishing. So One Health is a collaborative, multi-sectoral, and transdisciplinary approach, and working at the local, regional, national, and global levels with the goal of achieving optimal health outcomes, recognizing and interconnection. So I have told about One Health. So One Health can build capacity, it coordinate, it collaborate, it cooperate, it communicate. Communication is very important among the sectors. So, and commitment should be there to control such diseases. I'll not go in detail. Next, please. Next, please. So this everything, coordination is very important. even to 90 departments there. If coordination is not there, then it's not easy. And laboratory diagnosis is important. So in that case, NCDC has taken initiative. They have sentinel surveillance site. They have uh, that portal is there for data sharing, and like that we can at the real time we can share data, and we can control these emerging, re-emerging, and endemic diseases. Next, please. Next, please. We'll go to emerging infections directly. Next, please. Next. Next, please. So this is disease diagnosis. Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. Next. This. So emerging infections. This is a disease is only a plane flight away. So any disease means all world is connected. So we can transmit diseases in a very fast manner from one place to another. Just a plane moving from here and reaching somewhere, so we can get the disease. So we have to protect ourselves. We have to strengthen our diagnostic facility, and with that, I will say the only last slide. 2 slides are there. Please next. Yeah. So I will only like to say, like, we have to take all precautionary measure for ourselves. We have to use sanitizer before you enter and touch, and handshake is not normal. Handshake these days is not normal. Wear face mask and respect for self. Not only yourself, respect your fellow human beings, respect for animals, and respect this environment. If we respect these things, then we can only keep ourselves healthy, and we can keep this environment human and them healthy. And it's your well-being is my well-being. We have to keep with this motto. So thank you very much for patient hearing.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for
And
enlightening us. So participants are requested to kindly post their questions in the chat box. So participant may post their questions in chat box. So since there is no query, thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us.
thank you. I can disconnect now.
Sir, as you wish.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me
Th-
chance, this platform, for sharing my views with the audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So moving forward, so now for this technical session 2, I would like to introduce our second speaker, Dr. Chandan Kumar. So Dr. Chandan Kumar is currently serving as an assistant professor in DUVASU since 7th December 2023, and with the specialization in dairy animal welfare and animal behavior. He has
Nisha,
completed
Dr.
his.
Nisha, he is associate professor now.
Yes, sir. He is the associate professor. So he has completed his graduation from Ranchi and master's from and PhD from livestock production management from NDRI Karnal, along with PGDAW from IGNU and qualified NET ICR in 2010. He has contributed significantly to academia with 3 books, 6 book chapters, 16 research papers, 2 review articles, and 51 popular articles, 15 folders, leaflets, 5 conference papers, and 4 manuals. He has been associated with 5 externally funded projects, attended 6 national training and 10 national conferences, and holds life membership of several reputed scientific societies. Dr. Kumar has received numerous prestigious recognition, including ICR Institutional Fellowship, Young Scientist Award, Best Scientist Award in 2022, Excellent Scientist Award in 2021, International Brilliance Award 2021, Indo International Icon Award Krishi Vigyan Gaurav Award, and Best Poster Award, along with editorial board membership and national advisory role, reflecting his outstanding contribution to veterinary and animal sciences. So now I would like to request to sir to kindly deliver his lecture.
Okay, thank you, madam, for introducing me so nicely.
Thank you, sir.
I'm audible
Yes, sir, you are audible.
and my
Audible, sir.
PPT is
Audible.
visible.
Yes, sir, your screen is visible, but not slide right now. Yes, your slide is visible to us.
Okay, so my voice is audible and slide is also visible.
Yes, sir, both are.
Okay, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. And first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Mehta Saab for inviting me for this lecture, and Dr. Dinesh also, because I also always believe, and I just want to salute the Mehta Saab because they have worked very hard and to combine and you can say to assemble all the dignitaries and all the scientists researchers together and make it possible to listen them also and interact among them also. So very good evening to all to this lecture. Today I am going to discuss very important topic, that is on climate change and their what is their impact on livestock and how we can ameliorate their impact. So we know that climate change is not a new subject. All we know, because we can see this is not a distant threat, because this is the present reality of the system, and we can witness several diseases, as previous speakers told, that emerging diseases, whatever the new disease arises, it is especially due to the climate change. So this will not only affect the developing countries, developed countries, though basically they have impact going to impact the developing countries like India, because they are directly related with the productivity loss, economic loss, environmental you can say degradation, and financial loss, as well as the welfare of the animals. So let us understand what greenhouse effect, what are the gases which is responsible for that. So this is the earth, and when we need, as we know, without sun we cannot survive. So the sun rays, when they pass through the atmosphere, they going to, this is the common phenomenon, they going to warm the earth, and after that earth that given off infrared, and they will again back going to the atmosphere. Most of the gases they have escaped to the outer space and allowing earth to cool. But sometime some radiation trapped by the gases like carbon dioxide mainly, they are basically we are going to discuss the methane, carbon dioxide, and N2O, nitrous oxide. These are the gases which is really responsible for keeping the earth warm. And due to this level, increased level of carbon dioxide and N2O and the methane, the global actually the going to impact the environment of the earth, and that is we can say the global. And the mainly the gases which is responsible for that, as far as livestock is concerned, that is carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. And these all anthropogenic, you can say, this is the gases produced by the human activity, because we need the things. Agriculture we cannot sustain without agriculture, and these are the fluorinated gases which is arises from the industrial industrial activities. So these are the main gases which is being emitted by the livestock, like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. So the primary, this is carbon dioxide. Why it is the primary gas house gases? Because this is the main gas which have means you can say life cycle more than 100 years. So this is the main gases we can say this responsible for the 3/4 of the emissions, particularly from the livestock sector. Along with that, methane, and 66% around them is the nitrous oxide. And the carbon dioxide, everybody do know that from where it is rises. Methane definitely from livestock, that is ruminant fermentation. Nitrous oxide, it is related with the manure management, you can say, for application of the fertilizers. And some of the less talked gases which is equally important, and the potential, they have water vapor and the ozone. I'm talking about the ozone which is present on the stratosphere, not on the troposphere. So these are the ozone which is being produced due to the complex interaction with the pollutants. And the water vapors nearly, this is the very potent, you can say, important greenhouse gases, because very less studies are there in livestock in terms of the severity of the water vapor. So in the coming days, definitely we'll see some of the research papers based on this topic. So as far as livestock concerned, we know the demand of livestock products is expected by double by 2050. And it is, you can say, definitely the, you can say, income of the peoples are increasing day by day. So, and their standard of living is also increases. So the demand of livestock products, like not only in milk, like eggs and meat, not going to decrease in future also. So definitely we have to think about what are the impact they are uh, going to do on the livestock. And this data also shows, this is the data from FAO in 2026 we have taken. We'll see this figure. The demand of eggs, meat and milk equally rises like that. And the that like cereals and root and tubers, like they are in this stagnant phase. So definitely we have to think about the global warming. And as a veterinarian, as a livestock owner, as a livestock, you can say, the farmers, we have to think about that also. So will coming slides I will come to that. And let us understand what the contribution they have on greenhouse gases. uh, Actually, all the anthropogenic emissions, like in carbon dioxide, like nitrous oxide and the methane, livestock contribute around, as far as carbon dioxide is concerned, 5%. And N2O, they have contributed like 53%. And the methane, they have, livestock contribute around 44%. So you can say these three gases, which is and their half life, when you see the maximum half life, that is carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide, they have half life more than 100 years. So it is very challenging for us also, how to mitigate, or how we going to decrease their impact on the livestock. So we'll discuss on later slides. So, as far as animal different species is concerned, we can see the dairy cattle and pigs. We are here in India, we can keep beef cattle, but in dairy cattle, pigs, buffalo, these are the major livestock which is going. They have produced like carbon dioxide equivalent, maximum greenhouse gases emitted from these three species. So, what the impact of livestock on climate change? We can see definitely, as far as increase in nitrous oxide is concerned, crop residue management, that is definitely leguminous feed crops. People are growing berseem and lucerne, stylo. So many leguminous plants people are doing. Definitely from that also, like atmospheric nitrogen deposition, nitrogen during the nitrogen fixation programs, and like in applied and deposited manures. Manure is a very important aspect, you can see. Not only in manure, people, if you use that grow any leguminous feed, definitely they will use fertilizer. And due to these activities, they will release nitrous oxide in the environment. And we cannot we cannot escape this process, because we need fodder to sustain animal. So this is the greenhouse nitrous oxide which is being emitted by these activities. Along with that, increase in carbon dioxide is concerned, we can see during the animal processing, transportation, so many activities like land degradation, cultivated soils, deforestation, along with burning of fossil fuels, so many things, not only related with the livestock, non-livestock areas, other areas, they have also increased carbon dioxide. And methane, as far as methane is concerned, definitely livestock, they have contributed. And this is, it may be due to the enteric fermentation by the ruminant livestock
Good
like
evening, sir. I
goat.
think there is some technical issues.
Okay.
You are not clearly
Is
audible to us.
maybe some net issues is there, I think it is not stable.
Good evening, sir. I
One
think
minute,
you
No,
are
can I check?
not clearly audible to us.
no,
No,
sir.
no,
Actually,
I have
this
no
sound,
problem.
this echo sound, I think some
Let me check. 1 minute, 1 minute,
Yes,
please
sir,
let
sir,
me check,
please.
one
please.
irritating sound is coming.
Okay, okay, okay,
Maybe
1 minute.
side, I think two, three equipment together, maybe
No, no,
like.
I have running only one.
Acha.
Let me check. Can I join after closing all the things?
Yes, sir, please, please, please.
Maybe
Okay.
two things.
Please. There are so many.
Hello. Now it is audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Let me share. Now it is okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So sorry for interruption. I think some issues in my desktop. I think. Okay. So can I start from the beginning, or will proceed from here also?
Uh,
No, sir, from here on.
uh, from this slide only, current slide.
Current slide. Okay. Thank you, Mehta Saab, and thank you, madam, for informing. Uh, Sorry, audience, for some interruption. So these are, I am talking about the impact of livestock. These are the major gases like nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide, and the methane, which is mainly responsible for the greenhouse gases. And I have just talked about what are the different activities which is responsible for the increase of this that these three gases. So, and definitely for that, we have to think that climate smart farming, which I am going to tell later on. So, as far as India is concerned, we can see the different states, basically in the northern state and like UP, Delhi, Jharkhand, Bihar, Orissa, West Bengal. This is the area which we can see because the livestock density is more in this area, and along with that, their cultivation practices like rice and wheat, they are going to their produces more. Say, so you can say that this is the reason behind, you can say, the emission of the different greenhouse gases. So recently we can see the carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere has rose more than 24%, and the methane concentration in the atmosphere has just doubled. When we'll see the previous the data we have shown in the second and third slide, the mean global temperature as per intergovernmental panel on climate change, they have uh, warned us also there is a increase in the overall mean temperature more than 2 degree Fahrenheit. You just imagine, if will the temperature it will just go up to more than 7 degree Fahrenheit, the melts, means the glacier which is present in the northern and southern poles, they are going to melt. And you just think the situation what will happen in later on. So and we have witnessed more than 10 hottest years on the current after 1980s. So it is all due to the impact of these you can say the greenhouse gases. So this is the region, and as far as livestock is concerned, we have witnessed so many means drought situation and so many mortality cases in Rajasthan in 2020. We have seen 40 million cattle they have affected due to drought, damaging more than 7.4 million hectare crop area, and fodder availability fell to 127 million from 140 million. So this is the all like Odisha is you can say nowadays people are telling that Odisha is known as cyclone capital of the India, in cyclone state, because so many cyclones they are facing, and it is all about due to this global warming, the situation of global warming. And every year you can say the death, not only in cattle or all the species like sheep, goat, cat, the poultry, and recently in 2020 that is due to the flood situation in West Bengal, more than it is 3,000 cattle died. So these are the figures. We can see how much they are going to impact on livestock. So nowadays we are witnessing, and let us understand what are those impact on livestock. So just see this figure. We have taken this figure from the scientific reports paper, which is published recently in January 2026. You just see the four situation. In first situation, this is the housing condition of the livestock. It is maybe it it is due to the cyclones and the floods. It is nearby in Kolkata in during flood situation, and you just see the situation of the lack of maintenance in the river dikes, because peoples are simply not using the things. Government will I don't know what will the region, if this type of situation is persist in those area like the river banks or the seashore. So definitely animal will uh, like they have they can definitely punished. And just see the figure number C, that is how much means when you see when you visit the areas in coastal areas in Odisha and West Bengal, people, so definitely they are going to feed their animals wheat straw, not only wheat straw, the paddy straw. And we know that paddy straw, they don't have any crude protein and high lignin content, so their digestibility is not that much good when you compare with the wheat straw. Definitely, and their health is compromised in that situation, because people are growing rice, and they're forced to you can say forced to feed that straw to the animals. And due to that, the condition of the animal, you can see in the figure number D. Just see their condition is not good, and if this type of animals are persist are there in that area, how can you think about their productivity and the health? So this is the situation due to the impact of the climate change. So now we'll understand these are the gases which is responsible for climate change. And if it is there, means if there is a global warming, what are their impact on livestock? So now we'll consider on the second topic how these climate change and increase in temperature, increase in carbon dioxide, precipitation variation, how they are going to impact the livestock. Livestock, they have impact from different scenarios. You can say they're going to change the forage means availability. They are going to nutrient availability, going to decrease the nutrient availability. There is a long dry seasons. That definitely they are going to impact the forest quality, and definitely they are going to increase the disease susceptibility, disease transmission. So many things will come later on. So these are the let us understand what are their impact of these gases. So the direct impact, you can say on livestock from arises from these gases, like poor performance. Definitely if heat stress is there, if temperature is more, they are going to hamper their productivity. And not only the productivity, their quality is also compromised, and outbreak of novel disease, as previous speakers already discussed in details. So, and as far as indirect impact is concerned, definitely they are going to change the soil fertility, modification in the ecosystem, and increase competition for the resources, and and changes in the productivity of the rangelands also. So we can say in they have going to impact in grazing system and non-grazing system also, directly and indirectly. So first thing is, what are their impact on dry matter intake? Definitely dry matter intake is decreased, and if the temperature is going to reaches up to 35 degrees centigrade, we can see definitely DM their productivity also, because due to this increase in temperature, their rumen motility decreased, and increased water intake. They are taking more water instead of dry matter, so definitely their productivity enhance. And second one, they are going to impact their endocrine system also, like reduced concentration of T4 and T3, reduced thyroid activity, like reduced GI tract motility, secretion of adrenal hormones, particularly aldosterone is decreased, increased level of catecholamines, and in adrenaline and non-adrenaline. And we know that if there is imbalance in the hormonal system, they are going to impact their productive and reproductive health also. So these are the impact. They are also going to impact on the energy balance and metabolism. Dairy animals, particularly during the transition period, we have seen that they are already in the negative energy balance, and if they are in the heat stress condition, they are further aggravate their condition also. So these are the things, like minerals imbalance is there due to that. And already we have discussed in rumen health and pH. Definitely there is acidosis in their rumen environment, their pH is decreased, and if pH is decreased, definitely their motility decreased. And as far as reproduction is concerned, which is the major phenomenon we have seen in every village, when you see any village in any condition in India, they have, if you ask the farmers what you face the major problems nowadays, they will definitely tell you the low consumption rates, because animals not conceiving. So this is the major problems nowadays. People's not in people's, you can say farmers, they are facing. Like another is like lower body weight calf, the born from the animal, they have low body weight, and poor quality of the ovarian follicles, low plasma progesterone level in the animals, which is very much important for the maintenance of the pregnancy in animals also. So, and the low intensity and duration of stress nowadays, people say, although it is okay in the buffalo, we are not able to notice the heat, but what about the cattle? In cattle, if you are not able to notice the heat condition, though, if you just imagine, if we miss one heat from the cattle, we are going to feed that animal for 20 more day, 21 more, 21 days without getting any milk. So if you are keeping more than 10 animals, 10 cows, just imagine how much cost they are going to imposed on you due to missed heat condition. So and missed heat condition may be due to the impact of the heat stress. So these are the impacts we can see in case of the livestock. Now we can see definitely immunity has compromised in these cases, and due to this immunity compromisation, we can see the cases of the mastitis is rose like anything, because mastitis nowadays, you can say the means you cannot see any means village, you cannot have this type of diseases. Mastitis is prevalent, and when you know that mastitis is the main reason peoples are just skipping that livestock, they are not keeping livestock, particularly cow and buffalo, because they costly, these are the diseases which is very much costly. Peoples are not going to overcome from this disease. Definitely there are so many options are there, how can we can prevent them. we'll discuss later on. So definitely impacts on milk production also. There is a decrease in 35% decrease in the feed intake. Definitely, if feed intake is decreased, their productivity is decreased, and like quality of the milk is also compromised when peoples are means worried about the sorry SNF, because peoples are seeing milk on the basis of fat percentage and that and SNF, and if that content is decreased, definitely they have to hamper their economic, you can say, their like every year due to decrease in the milk production due to climate change, there is a loss of around 3,000 crore per year. So how much loss we are expecting? And for products are concerned, dry fodder in India already we are deficient in dry fodder, by 22% deficient in dry fodder, 62% deficient in green fodders, and 64% nowadays it is increased more than 62 64%. 64% means deficient in concentrate. You just already we are deficient in these dry fodder, green fodders, and concentrate fodder, and due to the impact of these unfavorable conditions, they are further aggravate the conditions. So nowadays very challenging to feed the animal around the year, the fodders, because if you are not able to feed the animal, because in India we cannot have more than like they are simply giving 3 to 4 liter milk per day. And uh, if you are able to, if you are not able to provide green fodder round the clock, means 12 month round the year, how can we expect that they are getting good quality of milk? And as far as Indian condition is concerned, if are able to provide the round the year fodder, so definitely we'll get more, we can sustain 8 to 10 liter of milk without giving much concentrate. So these are the reason, their impact, we can say. All climate change and pathogen already discussed by previous speakers in details, so I'm not going to explain in more. Like their vectors, already they have so many vectors, parasitic vectors, they have increases like gastrointestinal parasites, and so many diseases increases due to these changes in the climatic situation. And now we'll see what are the options we have. Now we have seen what are the impact: productivity decreases, dry matter decreases, disease incidents increases. So what are the ameliorative measures, how we can sustain, how can we think of the sustainable livestock production out to overcome this climatic situation? So let us discuss in short what are the resilient practices we can follow to overcome this situation. So already Government of India initiated this through the project like that is known as National Initiative on Climate Resilient Agriculture (NICRA) in 2011, and through this they have there are mainly four gaps. There they have identified four gaps like improving agricultural resilience, like they have trained the persons about how to conserve in situ conserve their, how farmers adopt in situ conservation, ex situ conservation techniques, showing adaptive technologies like in agriculture. As far as agriculture is concerned, peoples are growing like short duration plant, long duration plant, heat resistant varieties. They have selected so many varieties they have released. And some of the climate resilient practices they have through the capacity building of the farmers, they have teach them how you will overcome the situation from this stress. So what type of housing you are going to provide, you are going to use, what type of use of mineral mixture, deworming practices, vaccination, these are the things are covered through this project. And and uh, and through custom hiring center they have provided them that with the minimum charges, some of the equipment which is not affordable to the farmers. So on the you can say on the rent basis they have provided, so they can use it, and after that, after using, they can just return to the custom hiring center. So these are the practices which is a very much successful you can say model, yeah, you can say the initiative of government of India. They have taken initiative, and through this project they have developed so many adaptation and mitigation strategies to combat their thermal stress. They have developed several models for disease forecasting. They have identified several markers for disease resistance. They have carried out various epidemiological studies, and so many technologies they have disseminated, and they have hand over to the farmers. They have done say various on farm testings. They have done various FLDs like frontline demonstration to the harm to the farmers to overcome this situation. And nowadays you can say people's are definitely people's are using these technologies also. So after that, let us understand what other options we have. If we are able to graze, you can, if you have the management, if you are able to use the grazing management system, you can definitely reduce the methane emission per unit. So increasing livestock mobility, land tenure reforms, although these practices are not in common in India, but you can use grazing management, because grazing is not a common practices. People are not using. This is for as far as intensive farming system, people are not using this grazing land or these things. But definitely you can have that animal breeding programs. You can select more productive animals to enhance productivity, and thereby lowering methane emission intensities. Now breeding, several breeding strategies, cross breeding strategies people are using to make they are just simply using the local adapted breeds which is tolerant, you can say, in particular environment, and they crossed with other high producing animals, and their disease and their progenies are very much susceptible to the heat stress conditions. So these are the crossbreeding strategies. People are now changed. They selected local variated. Some of breeding programs also like that. They have selected the animals which is parasitic resistant. Some of the animals like in Sahiwal, you can say, so they have ticks and mites generally not affected that animals because they are resistant to that. So selecting of those animals people can use. So this type of animal breeding programs people are now doing now very prevalent. And feeding strategy is very important because in India mainly the research will see in the paper that is on feeding strategy. Peoples are improved so many different combinations. There are so many research you can find in India also. So many research, what are the feeding strategies to lower down the methane production. So they have tried several items, several essential oils. Some people tried, they have some saponins. Some researchers use tannins also, and they have seen the impact on the methane production. Some some of the example like sunflower oil. Someone tried linseed oil, coconut oil. These are the some of the trials which is tried across the globe to decrease the methane content concentration. And agroforestry level, definitely this is very much essential nowadays in India, because we cannot sustain simply on the forage for the animal forage. Definitely we will use the forest trees, because some of the situation, just imagine the situation like drought situation, like flooded situation, you cannot have that type that fodder. Definitely in that situation, if you have tree fodders in your hand, definitely you can survive. Definitely you can take the advantage of that tree, and you can use them to feed the animals during that situation, drought situation and flooded situation. So and we can also use this model, agroforestry model. You include tree along with fodder, and this will this is you can say this will the very improved practices nowadays people are using. They and IGFRI developed so many models. If you will get any opportunity, definitely visit. You can visit IFRI. Definitely you will see so many agroforestry models is there. They have depicted there also. So improved waste management, already told that nitrous oxide, mainly the N2O, that is due to the waste management. This is application of the fertilizer. This is the means soils and soil related activities. What are if you are doing, that is that will release the N2O. And for that we have to you have to improve your waste management practices. So this is the now peoples are doing they are doing biogas collectors, biogas peoples are doing that using Escherichia Fithidia, that vermicompost also. So many techniques they are using. So you, the main things is how you handle, how you'll remove quickly from the shade, and you'll use that waste and convert them into very good you can say fertilizer. And deforestation, some of the researchers they have tried from the rumen, they have just replaced the yeast and some of the yeast from the rumen, and just use some of the like methanogens, like some of the treatments they have also used, like copper sulfate, acid, surface active chemicals, triazine, lipids, tannins, ionophores, saponins. These are the things, these are the, like saponins, ionophores and tannins, already I told. These are the chemicals which we already tried and very successfully they have used and able to reduce the methane emission more than 20%, like that in 2 years in that in sheep. And in cattle also you can have this type of you can see in papers also. So many papers are there in lipids, tannins and ionophores. So these are the potential, you can say, the chemicals you can use to decrease the methane production. So there are so many biotechnological advances are there here, peoples are doing. And and they have tried also. And alternate hydrogen sinks also, that plant secondary metabolites, already told. Like someone told they have tried garlic oils also along with saponins and tannins. So in nutshell we can say there are so many strategies to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions from livestock production. And as far as management strategies concerns, like grazing management, animal breeding, pasture management, nutritional strategies concerns, already I have discussed tannin and propionate, diet modification, and other strategies like immunization, use of deworming, use of mineral mixture, reducing livestock number, chemical inhibitors, rumen microbial interventions. So these are the interventions you can use to reduce the greenhouse gas emission from the livestock. And definitely the impact is so high, but you can use, we can have the option. Thank you very much for patience hearing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for enlightening us. So, participant may pose their questions in chat box.
Thank you, sir.
May I request to all the participants to kindly post their questions in the chat box? So, if there is no query, so I would like to thank you to sir for enlightening us for such an
Thank you, ma'am.
informative and
Thank you.
insightful session.
Thank you, Mehta Saab. Thank you, madam, for giving me opportunity.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So now, on behalf of organizing committee, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the dignitaries, all the participants. Thank you everyone for your active participation in today's technical sessions. With this, we conclude the day 3 session of 10 days international training come workshop on advances and innovation in veterinary science for viable livestock practices. We would like forward your presence tomorrow for another enriching session with our distinguished experts. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you.